Hi dears, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to enter into our new chapter and the name of this chapter is Paths of Heat Flow. We are familiar with different types of energy forms. Among them, one energy form which is used most is heat. In this chapter, you will study about heat, the changes produced by heat energy in nature, thermal expansion, and ways of heat transmission. We use heat for cooking food, for drying clothes and food grains, and for industrial purpose. And there are many other situations in our daily life where we make use of heat. Let's find out the sources of heat in some situations. Cooking. We receive heat from wood, kerosene, electricity or LPG. For ironing, we receive heat from charcoal or electricity. For drying articles, we receive heat from sunlight or from electricity. And for melting metals, we receive heat from charcoal or electricity. Let's do an activity. Introduce a steel spoon with water to the flame of a spirit lamp. What will happen after some time? Yes, the spoon and the water get heated. The spoon receives heat from the spirit lamp and thus the water in the spoon also get heated. What do you understand from this? Yes, heat can be transmitted from one place to another. And the flow of heat from one place to another is termed as heat transmission. Try these activities. Fold a long piece of thick paper. Burn it on a candle flame. Show an iron rod to the candle flame. In which situation do you experience heat? When the iron rod is heated, we experience more heat. In iron rod, heat is transmitted from one end to the other end. Repeat the experiment using an aluminium rod, a piece of wood, copper rod, and rib of coconut leaf. Which are the materials that allowed heat to pass through it? Yes, aluminium rod and copper rod allow heat to pass through it. Rib of coconut leaf and piece of wood do not allow heat to pass through it. Let's see the different modes of heat transmission. Fix pins on a hacksaw blade at equal distance using wax. Heat one end of the blade using a candle flame as shown here. What is your observation? Yes, the pin nearer to the part that is heated falls down first. The pin at the other end falls last. That is, the pin closer to the heated end drops off first and the pin at the other end drops off last. You know that all substances are made up of molecules. Molecules in solids are closely packed. When one end of a hacksaw blade is heated, the molecules at the end receive heat and transfer the heat to the neighboring molecules. Here there is no actual change in the position of molecules and this method of transmission of heat is called conduction. Now you know some substances allow heat to pass through it and some do not. Based on this, the substances that conduct heat very well are termed as good conductors and those which do not are termed as poor conductors. Iron, copper, steel and aluminium are examples for good conductors. Paper, plastic, wood and cloth are examples for bad conductors. The handle of the pressure cooker and non-stick vessels are made up of substances like bakelite. Can you explain the reason? Yes, bakelite is a poor conductor of heat. so the heat from the pressure cooker does not reach the hand through conduction. Handles of most utensils are made up of wood or plastics. Even when utensils are hot, we can hold the handle with bare hands and remove the utensil from the flame. Let's conclude today's session. Today we have discussed about transmission of heat and good and bad conductors. See you in the next class. Thank you.